In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a knife that is listed as the official knife of the Outdoor Channel series Beyond the Hunt. This is the Outdoor Element Phoenix Talon, and that's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me for another Sharp Saturday video where it's Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. And as I said today, that something sharp is this Outdoor Element Phoenix Talon. And this is the official knife of the Outdoor Channel Beyond the Hunt series. And actually, I got this one in Mission 91 of Battle Box. And I took a closer look at it the other day and realized, you know what, this thing's got some features that I wasn't aware of that I thought might be worth looking at and showing you. And we're going to do that right after this word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Hog Holsters. Hog Holsters are made in the USA in Arizona, and they are without a doubt the most comfortable concealable holster I've ever tested. You can save 10% on your order at Hog Holsters by using the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word. That's hogholsters.com. Thanks to Hog Holsters for sponsoring today's video. Okay, we're back. So without further ado, let's get down to the old stump top, take a look at this thing, talk about the details, and then we'll get to doing some of that knife stuff. Okay, I'm going to try to make this fast because the mosquitoes are trying to eat me alive. So this is the Outdoor Element Phoenix Talon. Take it out of the sheath, talk about the sheath in just a minute. Let's talk about the specs of this thing first. So this thing has a 3.23-inch blade, nice, very, very curved blade, like a typical Skinner. Overall length of just under 8 inches, and it weighs 8.4 ounces. It features a full tang D2 steel blade. It has a replaceable gut hook, which is pretty cool. That's a patent pending feature. And also removable G10 scales, which are really cool. We're going to show you something about that in just a minute. And features a little fire starter spark wheel here. And let's get on to the sheath. It's a Kydex sheath with this pretty nice belt clip on it. Has a diamond steel sharpening blade or whatever on the outside of it, just kind of keep it touched up, and it fits in very nicely. It comes with a replacement gut hook, some other little doodads to where this thing is actually available as a set with a smaller blade called the feather, and so it's got a way to mount that feather sheath onto here and have a combo blade. I don't happen to have that one with me, so we're going to endeavor to persevere without it. But let me show you what I really thought was cool about this. Not only the fire striker, I thought that was really cool, but also inside this handle, which is really cool. I say really cool a lot, don't I? We'll get right to it. Inside this handle, just with a plain sliding screwdriver. And by the way, if you have the feather knife, then it's got a little screwdriver tip on it you can use to do this. Man, these mosquitoes are wild. Okay, so got a nice size compartment in here. That part of that handle's hollowed out to make it even give you more space. And I've just got in here some of these little tender tabs, but you can see it's a pretty good size. I had actually 5 of these in here, so we'll put 4 of them back in there and put this back in place. And you can see also, this is the spark wheel. You can replace that flint. You have to push this little pin out and take the wheel out and put a new flint in, kind of like a Zippo lighter. We'll put that back on. Man, look at those mosquitoes, golly. So they got little square recesses and little square nuts here that fit in the recess to keep them in place. Just got to make sure you don't lose those when you're unscrewing, taking the handle apart. You can still use it with a skeletonized handle, but it's a lot more comfortable with the G10 grips on it. And there you go. There's a video on their website showing this thing splitting some firewood, like for batoning type use. So we'll just here's a piece been laid, it's kind of wet. So I think it's an appropriate size to baton maybe. Let's just see if we can get to the inside of it and start our standard testing process. Put it over here where you can see it. You can even hit on this end up here. It's rounded off above the gut hook, but now I don't know if this thing's going to even have enough anywhere in it that's going to be dry because it's been raining for so long, so much out here, and it's been laying on the ground. But we're going to, as always, endeavor to persevere. Yeah, it kind of looks a little rotted on the inside. Let's see. Okay, maybe not. Let's try this way. We're going to get something going on. All right. maybe, just maybe, I can get some feathers out of here that will actually have a chance to burn. So, you know what's next? Let's see if we can get some of them there feathers. Let me just chop that off there a little bit. All right. Let's see how well she carves now. It's got some nice jimping right here, and they're saying this is a very chamfered, rounded hole to give you more control, especially if you're using the gut hook and you're trying to really, you know, skin an animal. So, which is the primary design intent of this knife. But you know me, I'm trying to keep my testing standardized. So, we're just gonna see how well this thing does for regular old knife stuff. If it'll do this, pretty sure it'll skin an animal. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, right off the bat, hold on. Back up, Brian. We have to do our internationally standard sharpness test, the redneck sharp test, before we do anything else. See how this thing comes out of the factory. So here's our testing medium. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, well, there we go. She's passes the redneck sharp test. I'm happy to say that, because if it's a skinning knife, it ought to be sharp. And obviously you can sharpen it yourself if you need to, and they even provide you with a little touch-up diamond blade here to touch it up. So, but thankfully right now it doesn't need it. It came from the factory pretty sharp, and I have a lot of people kind of disagree with me on this, but I think that's at least one thing I think is important to check, because if nothing else, it gives you an indication of the level of quality control at the factory and how much attention they pay to detail. Because this knife is made, I'm sure, in China, but seems to be carving pretty good. And again, it's not really designed for carving. It's designed to be a skinning knife, but man, it's got a good edge. Look at the curve. Look at those tiny little curls it's carving on there. Oh man, look at that. That's beautiful. Try this end up here. Look at even the very end. Now then, so a couple things I want to point out. First of all, I don't think there's anywhere on this sharp enough to strike a ferrocerium rod. Thankfully, probably won't need to if we have the fire starter, but we're going to be consistent here and see. And maybe, just maybe, back here might do it. And so to be safe, put it back in here, and we'll see if this will strike it. I don't think it will, to be honest with you. Okay, it does, but really not well, to be honest. You know, I don't think that's going to be enough to really get a fire going. So, that being said, since the knife has its own capabilities for fire, let's just see what we can do with that. We'll spread this thing apart right here. It's just a straight up generic tender tab. I don't know what brand it is or anything else. It's something I dug out of a box for this video. It doesn't come with any fire tab. I think that'd be a great thing to put in the handle, but I guess they're going to let you choose your own stuff. Let's see if we can get this thing to going now. You can see it. Let's try this. Come on, baby. You can do it. We need a fire. Ooh, there we go. Look at her. Just had to get it fluffed a little better. And by golly, we got fire. So, you think we should get a little scientific now? Okay, so that's some of the, I guess, more standard common tests we would do with this. But as you know, here at Survival on Purpose, we're all about the science. And to that end, we maintain, say it with me, a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge testing facility here at our worldwide headquarters. And one of the tests we like to put, obviously, as you know, all fixed blade knives do, is our aerodynamic balance test using our balance, orientation, and rotation device. So, you know we got to do that, right? This has got a little bit different, unusual shape, not really pointy, so we'll just see how well she goes. See if any of this stuff gets loose or whatever. So let's do it. And as always, of course, proper scientific methodology is critical. Whoop, 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 whoop. Close but no cigar. Whoop, 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 whoop. I think we hit the striker on that one. Let's see. Let me get a little better calibration, maybe a little closer. It's a short knife. It's actually a short, fat, chunky knife. Alrighty, maybe we're getting somewhere now. Oh, I wish I could say I do that on purpose to check the structural integrity, but you can see I got some blue paint here, so that was not a good calibrated throw. That one was better. So those are sinking about up to here, so not too bad. One more time for good luck. That wasn't great. I don't want to leave on that one. That one will finish.
Chuck Norris and the Hulk once arm wrestled. The loser had to paint himself green.
Okay, so that's the Outdoor Elements Phoenix Talon. I hope this video has been helpful. I really sincerely appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.